Hello everyone, good evening. My name is Sairul Imam. You can call me Imam, and I will be your examiner today. What's your name?
My full name is Siti Salputirianti, but you can call me Chawa.
Okay, thank you, Chawa. Now we will begin the speaking test. I am going to ask you some question about familiar. Today we will talk about the topic of childhood.
Yes.
Okay, first, could you tell me, did you enjoy your childhood?
Absolutely, I did. Overall, I'd say my childhood was a very happy and adventurous time. I was fortunate that both my family and my playing environment were very supportive.
That's great to her. Now, what is your first memory of your childhood?
That's quite easy. My very first clear memory is the moment my twin and I were wearing identical clothes for a family event. We stood in front of the mirror laughing because we felt like perfect duplicates. It's a very warm memory that shows the strong bond we shared right from the beginning.
I see. Moving on. Did you have a lot of friends when you were a child?
Yes, I had countless friends. I was quite extroverted as a child. My social circle wasn't just limited to the kids in my housing complex, but it also extended to the next street over. We often gathered in large groups to play hide and seek or football. I can confidently say my childhood was filled with the noisy fun and cheerfulness of many friends.
Uh, and what did you enjoy doing as a child?
The majority of my time was spent on highly dynamic and outdoor activities. I really enjoyed anything that involved movement. For example, I loved roller skating on a neighborhood streets and cycling around the city park. Furthermore, whenever possible, my parents would take us on trips for the zoo, which was always a fantastic experience. And what I look forward to most was visiting the night market because of its lively atmosphere and various games. All these activities enrich both my visual and psychical experiences.
That sound lovely. Finally, do you think it is better for children to grow up in the city or in the countryside?
That is an interesting dilemma, as both places offer distinct advantages. Personally, I learned towards the city, but with some reservations. The city offers unparalleled access to educational and cultural opportunities, such as museums, libraries, and excellent schools. This is crucial for a child's intellectual stimulation. However, the downside is the lack of same green open spaces. Therefore, if I had to choose, I would opt for a well-planned suburb which maintains the accessibility of the city while providing a quieter environment, larger parks, and a tighter knit community, allowing a child to get the best of both worlds.
Okay. Thank you, Chawa. That concludes this part of the test.
Hello, this is Chawa, and in this part, I will describe a person who inspires me. The person who inspires me deeply is the late Bakharuddin Yusuf Habibie, widely known as B.J. Habibie. He was a brilliant man who served as the third president of Indonesia, and he is true hero in my eyes. Bapak Habibie is famous worldwide as a top aerospace engineer. He is known as the father of Indonesian technology because he helped make Indonesia strong in science. His greater achievement was leading the team that designed and built our first domestically made passenger plane, the N250 Gatotkaca. In the world of engineering, he is also known for a special formula called the Habibi factor. How Bapak Habibie inspires me? Bapak Habibie inspires me for many good reasons. First, he showed an unbelievable commitment to education and hard work. He achieved the highest level of success in complicated science fields, proving that Indonesian people can achieve anything they set their minds to. Second, what truly moves me is his strong and selfless love for Indonesia. He was successful and happy working in Germany, but he chose to come home and serve his country during a difficult time. This shows me that true patriotism is about action and service, not just words. He always put the country first. And what I will do due to this inspiration? Inspired by his amazing life, I have made a clear plan for myself. First, I will make sure I never stop learning and always try to be best I can be in my studies and future work. I want to have valuable skills that can contribute to progress. Second, I will actively look for ways to use my knowledge and energy to help my community and my nation. Just like Bapak Habibie used his talent to build planes for Indonesia, I want to use my own abilities to solve problems and make life better for the people around me, fulfilling my duty to the country.
Hello everyone, my name is Khairul Imam. You can call me Imam. I'm from Serang City. I live in Curug district. I will tell you about people who really inspire me. Who the person is, my father. What this person is now for, if anything, because he is my own parent. I know him very well. How this person is how this person inspires you. He inspires me because he never gets tired of fulfilling his role as the head of the family, who work hard to provide for us and support the family even when he's sick. Explain what you will do to this inspiration. I am motivated to study diligently and become more independent for my future. After seeing how tag the responsibilities of a man are when leading a family. Thank you very much.
Okay, Imam, we have been discussing the future of work. Now let's move to part 3 and elaborate on some related issues.
Yeah, alright.
Okay, do you think it's important for young people to be ambitious? Why or why not?
Yes, it is absolutely vital. Ambition acts as a catalyst for progress. It pushes young individuals to set high standards and reverse innovation. Without it, there is a risk of complacency. However, the ambition must be channeled constructively and ethically.
Okay, what types of subject do young people need to study nowadays in order to be successful in the future?
Beyond the essential STEM subject, the future success hangs on developing adaptability and human skill. Therefore, subject focusing on critical thinking, collaboration, and emotional intelligence, often college soft skill, are arguably the most valuable as technical knowledge changes rapidly.
Okay, how well do you think schools prepare young people for working life?
School provide strong academic base, but they often fail on the practical side. They take what to think, but not how to manage professional finance or handle workplace dynamic, integrating more vocational training and project-based learning in necessary for true preparation.
Okay, to what extent do you think the internet is a valuable educational tool?
The internet is an irreplaceable resource in offer global access to information and democracy's knowledge. Its value is extraordinarily high. The only civic is the student must be trained in digital literacy to effectively evaluate and filter the overwhelming amount of information available.
Okay, thank you. That's the end of the speaking test.
Okay.